Hi, Roz.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Good. Did you enjoy our session on Tuesday?
I did.
Okay,
Always enjoy it.
good. That's good. I'm glad. We're always
Somebody
open
else
to feedback.
rather than me having to lead people through it.
I know it's so nice that it's so nice as a coach to have your own coach.
Yeah, I go off into another space, so it's actually very relaxing for me. I don't know.
No, that's wonderful. I feel the same, honestly.
Is Brian joining today?
Yes, he should be. Sure, he'll be on in a minute or two.
I signed up for tomorrow, and maybe I'll try to do Saturday. Sunday morning, I teach all morning, so I can't do that.
Oh, gotcha. Well, that's good. You're getting a couple in.
Yeah. It's nice to be able to do this.
Definitely.
So how long do you think you guys are going to be closed for?
Well, we're shut down for the month for sure. And then we'll see what happens after that, whether they reevaluate and decide, we don't have to be locked down anymore or if it needs to continue.
Right.
So it's not the best, but at least we already have experience doing this. So it's very easy to pivot this time around. Yeah.
What do we need?
Today, you could use a box.
Okay.
Aside from that, you will need something to elevate a heel, whether it's a dumbbell or a book or something like that.
Okay.
I think that's about it.
I did an Orange Theory workout this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I like them. You can pick a 30 or a 45 or an hour just to get me moving.
That's not bad.
I didn't teach any classes this morning, so I figured, okay, whatever. I teach tonight.
Oh, gotcha. I love how into it you are. You're like, I'm going to get in 2, 3 a day. Doesn't matter.
Well, it's like my little vacation here right now, so I'm going to try to make the most of it.
Right, for sure. Hi, Brent.
Yes, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Still have one more minute. We should have, what are we looking at for peeps here? Yes, definitely still waiting on a few. My view has changed for you guys. Sorry. And I've got someone trying to get in.
Hi, Brian.
Oh, hey mom. I didn't know you were on.
I love that. That's probably literally my favorite thing. Oh, hopefully that worked. Sorry, I'm just trying to invite one other person in who's having a hard time, and then we will get started. Sorry guys, Tanya just wants to join us. I didn't see her registered there though, so I'm just trying to get her in real fast. Alrighty guys, so for warm up today, and like I was telling Rosalind, you will need a box, step, stool, couch, chair, something. So we will be doing a bit of a step up. Then you'll also need something that you can use to elevate a heel, that being maybe the handle of a dumbbell, if you have a plate available, a book, something like that. So those are kind of the things we'll be using today. In terms of warm up, I'll just pop it up onto our screen share here so you guys can have a peek. and we will get started. Oh, I'm sharing my entire screen, I think. It's not what I wanted. There it is. Alrighty, so the quadruped hip extension is literally just a kind of tabletop kickback. So we'll do those. The scapular cars is kind of like some shoulder rolls. We'll get into those, and then just a standard body weight split squat. Because this is literally just warm up, we are going to totally ignore the rest periods that are programmed because we don't really need them. You guys will be okay. So in terms of what those exercises look like, we'll change my camera. So we are coming down to the floor. Like I said, tabletop. We're just going to do 10 straight kickbacks per side. Feel free to hop in. We're going to just do it together. The cars is not a complex movement, so that'll be easy to work through. And I know everybody knows how to do some split squats. So once you've done 10 kickbacks on one side, you're going to do the other side. Remember, why I minimize any shifting through the hips there. Still try and keep some core engagement, so we're not necessarily excessively opening through the side. So for our cars, we're going to come to stand. We're going to place our arms straight out in front of us. Oh my God, my cat is kiboshing the session. Don't bite me. So for the cars, we are going to shrug our shoulders up. You're going to press your shoulders out and in front of you that way. Then you're going to drop the shoulders and squeeze back. Go up, out, down, back. We're going to do 8 of those. Try and keep all of your movements separate. No need to move quickly. Up, out, down, back. Once you have worked through 8 of those, we're going into our split squats. And we're just going to work through 10 aside here. Remember, split squat means we are not stepping forward every single time. You're staying stationary. And bring a little bit of a forward lean to the torso there. So the majority of the weight is through our front leg. Once you've done 10, we'll switch sides. I'm just going to make sure everybody's muted and double check that Tanya was able to get into the session. We're going to work through 2 more sets of that total, guys. So feel free to start rolling through. Perfect. Looking good, guys. 10 aside on the kickbacks, and then we have 8 on the cars business. I don't know why it's called cars. Oh my God, this cat needs attention. It's just terrorizing things. I do apologize. I don't know if you guys saw, but he bit me in the leg twice. Good times. So the cars, hands are out, shoulders up, press forward, bring them down and back. You'd think with being at home this entire time that he would not be craving attention, but who knows? And remember, guys, throughout our entire workout, if you need any modifications, anything like that, please just let me know. Following your cars, we've got our split squats, 10 per side. And go at your own pace. If you're faster than me, that's wonderful. Get it done. Looking good, everybody. We are going to push through 3 sets. Awesome. Great job, you guys. Keep it up. I'm kicking the cat out. He's being a nuisance. Yes, I know. So upset. while you guys are finishing up that third set, I'm going to throw our first circuit up on the screen share just to get ready, since I know everyone's kind of at their own pace. T, you made it. Wonderful. Nice, good job, everybody. Like I said, once you're done your 3 sets, just hang tight. Workout is up on the board if you want to have a quick pre-read. I will go over it shortly, though. Just give you a second or two. Alrighty, so I'll just start speaking to it if anybody is out there finishing up. We are going to work through 4 sets. Our work is timed, so it's going to be 30 seconds per side of this curtsy box step down. That's where you'll need the box. We do have a 3-second eccentric, which means we're going to move nice and slowly. I'll demo it in a moment. Then we've got about a 15 seconds rest after we've done both sides to transition into our cyclist split squat. That is the movement where you're going to elevate a heel, and it's going to be your front heel. We'll go over that. That particular exercise is 30 seconds a side, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Again, 15 seconds rest. And then we have our switch lunges, which is going to be 30 seconds, as many reps as you can before we take a 30-second rest together. So because this is very complex timing, I'm just going to let our timer run and I'll coach you through it together. If I miss any like timing points or anything, keep on going, ignore me. I normally pick it up after I've made the mistake. So what do our movements look like? We have the curtsy box step down. So originally, because I kind of forgot what they were, I thought that these ones had a lunge, but they don't. So essentially you're going to keep 1 foot planted, you're going to step up, but then as you're stepping down, you're stepping back and behind yourself. Let's see if I can demo that this way and make it a little bit easier to see. So I've stepped up, I'm stepping back this way. And like I said, it's going to be 3 seconds, 2, 3, down before driving back up again. 30 seconds side there. Following that with your front heel elevated, we have our max reps for 30 seconds, cyclist squat. All this is going to do is create a ton of emphasis in your quad of the front leg. If you need to pull back on that emphasis, you'll shift your weight backward a little bit more into the rear leg. But if you're keeping that challenge up, you're going to press and drive forward. Both of those exercises, you can incorporate dumbbells if you would like a little bit extra challenge. And remember, the curtsy split squat, no, cyclist split squat, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Lastly, our split lunges. They technically have a little stop jump on the in-between. If you just want to do straight jump lunges, that's totally fine with me. Up to you. All right. If we have any questions, please holler at me. Modification for the split lunges, just your standard reverse lunge. Get in as many reps as you can. All righty. Okay, guys. So let me get our timer going here. We are starting with the step up business. I'm going to keep the timer on the whole time, just on the off chance I miss my mark. Should run us about 14 minutes or so, all 4 sets. All right, guys. We're going to get started in 3, 2, and go. So we're going to step up, 3 seconds on the way down. Remember, our landing leg, the one that's coming down, is stepping back and behind ourselves. So that front leg looks like it's curtsying. Nice slow 3-second eccentric. Try and press and drive through that front leg. All right, guys, we're going to switch. That's 30 seconds, nice and fast. Looking good, everybody. Nice job. Keep that tempo nice and slow. It's going to create some tension through that quad. If you have dumbbells, that's wonderful. We have 5 seconds here before we're taking a 15-second rest. 3, 2, resting. We're gonna get ready for our our cyclist split squat. There's too many C's for me today. Remember, it's 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down in 5. Front heel elevated, 3, 2, and go. Just keeping that tension on the front leg. Slow and controlled. Remember, you can add dumbbells here as well. We have about 15 seconds. In 5 seconds, we're gonna switch sides. 3, 2, other front heel elevated. 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Looking good, guys, keep it up. Once we finish the side, we've got another 15-second rest in about 10 seconds. Keep breathing. In 3, 2, and rest. So you can create a little space. Next up, we have 30 seconds of our max jump lunges or the switch lunges. In 5, 3, 2, and go. I personally just like the jump lunges. I feel like it's very challenging to tell my body, do an extra step on the in-between, but do whatever feels best for you. We have approximately 10 seconds remaining before we're taking a full 30 seconds. Good work in 5, 3, 2, resting. 30 seconds here, take a break. We will need to find our step up setup again, but grab a drink if you need. Instead of the curtsies, because that was a question, maybe just a normal step up. That's still too much strain. In 3, 2, and go. If that's still too much strain, let me know. Remember, modify and adjust the height if you need. You can also take out the eccentric too. That's really causing too much strain and tension. I hope that's answering your question. Somebody had a or asked for a mod for a little bit of knee pain in the curtsy step up. If you're feeling that as well, change it up. 3, 2, and other leg. Looking good, guys. Nice and slow on the way down. Even I feel I'm going a little fast. Keep control. We have about 10 seconds before resting for 15. In 3, 2, resting. Finding your front foot elevated position. 5 seconds. In 3, 2, let's go. 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. Nice work, everybody. Good job. Keep it up. Just gonna check our chat quick. Just over 5 seconds. 3, 2, and other side. I know we're getting a lot of good shots of Brian's arms today, holding those dumbbells. Woo! We've got about 5 seconds before we're resting for 15. In 3, 2, and rest. I love that you got the extra weight on, Brian. Nice job. In 5 seconds, we have our jump lunges or these switch lunges. 3, 2, and go. Looking for max reps here, guys. Keep it up. Just kind of check on everybody, make sure we're doing all right. Good. Nice and strong, guys. Keep pushing through. We got just over 10 seconds. Keep going. Getting a little burn on. In 5, 3, 2, resting. 30 seconds. Grab a drink if you need. I believe we have 2 more sets. Am I crazy? No, I ain't crazy. Doesn't sound convincing at all. We're gonna go back to our curtsy step up in about 5 seconds. In 3, 2, stepping it up. 3 seconds on the way down. The more control you can keep, the better. Awesome, guys. About 5 more seconds. In 3, 2, switching sides. Oh, could not save that one. Has anyone else's balance just been totally off today? Any other session I've coached, I'm all over the place. Maybe I just need to breathe. We've got about 10 seconds remaining before we're resting for 15. In 3, 2, take a break. Change your setup. In about 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Keeping that weight shifted over our front leg for a little bit of burn. If you need some relief, you're going to shift your weight backward so that some of that load is being taken into the rear leg. 10 seconds. Good job, guys. Keep going. In 3, 2, we're going to switch. Other side, find your stance. Doing great, everybody. Nice work. Remember, we want to keep that knee driving in line with the toe or slightly outward. Our quads are going to be lit up, but we want to keep a little bit of activation through that glute as well. Doing great, everybody. Coming down, last 3, 2, take a rest, 15 seconds. Back to our jump lunges in 5, 3, 2, and go. Nice, everyone, looking good. Some of you are getting a little hop on the in-between there. I'm impressed. My coordination's not good enough for that. Keep breathing, coming down to last 10 seconds. Keep it up, final 5. In 3, 2, 30 seconds. Take a break. So we have 1 more set to go, and we're gonna take a good rest where we hop into the meat of it all. Anyone had a look at their True Coach beforehand? You know we got a big circuit coming up. About 10 seconds. Coming back to our step up, set up. All right, guys, that's time. Let's step. 3 seconds down. Keeping that curtsy position. Leg is drifting back behind. Perfect, looking good. Here we go. Try and place as much weight as you can into your front leg. You're pressing and driving through it. And switching sides. Doing great, everybody. Nice job. Final set. Keep going. Keeping that slow, slow tempo, 10 seconds. On a 3 seconds down. In 3, 2, resting. Finding your front foot elevated spot. Got about 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and split squats. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. I don't know about you guys, but my quads are burning. Keep going. Oh yeah, we got some dumbbells in there. Nice work, guys. In 10 seconds, we're gonna switch. In 5, 3, 2, and switching sides. Good, solid tempo, everybody. Nice job. Last push here, keep your pace. We've got about 10 seconds. Just breathe. In 3, 2, and resting, 15 seconds. In 5 seconds, we've got our last 30 max jump lunges. 3, 2, let's do it. Awesome, great work, you guys. Keep going. Awesome, I'm loving the little hop between. You guys are rocking it. Just over 5. In 3, 2, take a breather. Good work, everybody. Grab a drink. We're going to get our next circuit set up on our screen share. It is a doozy. Let's see, I'm going to have to adjust my height here because it's so big. There we go. All righty. So I know that that's a lot to read, and it probably just looks like a bunch of little scribbles on your screen, but it builds on itself, which is key. So for time, we're going to cap it at 30 minutes. We are going to work through 5 bodyweight man makers. If you have dumbbells, feel free to use them. I'll go over what that would look like. You're going to take a 15-second rest, which means that there's going to be just a running clock on our screen share. You do you. We are going to add 15 tuck-ups and V-ups to 5 bodyweight man makers, rest 30 seconds. 30 mountain climbers, 15 of the tuck-ups, 5 bodyweight man makers. You see a pattern. So at the very end, we are going to be doing a total of 5 different movements. We've got a 60-second squat, 40 lateral shoot throughs, 20 a side, 30 mountain climbers, 15 of the tuck-ups, 5 bodyweight man makers. And you're adding rest every single time. So in that first gap, it's only 15 seconds, but then we're going to build 30 seconds rest, 45, a minute, until you get to your very last set. Does that make sense to everybody? Alrighty. So I'll take the screen share off. We'll go over the movements and then we'll get going. So like I said, 60 seconds down in the squat, just here, nice and easy. Following that, the lateral shoot throughs, you're going to start, hopefully I have enough room for this. You're starting in a tabletop position, so you'll be like this. But what you're gonna do is have your knees elevated and we're going to come up like so. So key things there is that making sure your butt is dropping every single time. I'll try not to kick the wall here. So you're shooting through and then you do the other side. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, there are some modifications. What I would suggest, so you're still kind of down in the quadruped position and working the core, is that you would do baby bear taps, 20 aside. You'll still get the burn through the quads and that core movement. Following that, 30 mountain climbers, pretty standard. We're looking at totals, 30 total, 15 aside. The 15 V up to tuck is going to be a full V snap into a V tuck. So you can see my knees are driving into my chest on the tuck portion. Completing both of those is 1. And then lastly, our body weight man makers, they're nasty guys, I'm not gonna lie. So it's kind of like a burpee. You're gonna come down, push up, shoulder tap, push up, shoulder tap, push up, hop the feet in, tuck jump, okay? If you have dumbbells, your regular man maker is totally fine, which means you would come down, we have a push up, row, row, come up, thruster. Does that make sense? I would say that if the bodyweight version that I showed first is too intense, go to a normal man maker without dumbbells. Let's keep the heart rate down a little bit. I'm sure you guys can all hear my breathing right now. So we're starting with 5 on the bodyweight man maker. Good times. Yeah. Any questions? No, not saying anything. Okay, let's do it. So you'll start from stand, come down to push up, shoulder tap, push up, shoulder tap, push up. Bring those feet up, tuck jump. In 3, 2, and go. If you need to drop to the knees at all on these push-ups, totally fine. So you're gonna work through 5 of those. Remember, if you are doing a normal man maker, because you have dumbbells, we've got a push-up, renegade row, hop those feet wide, thruster with your dumbbells. We are doing 5. Then you're taking a 15-second rest. Perfect, guys, form's looking good. Grab your 15 seconds, then we're coming to the floor. It's the core first, 15 reps of the V snap to the V tuck. Don't do a hybrid like I just did. Try and make it so they're not the same. Once you have done 15 of both, it is back to the 5 man makers. If this V snap to V tuck combo is too intense for you, you're going to pick one of them and do 15 of those. We'll just bring it down a little bit so it's kind of manageable. Good job, guys. Looking good. So it's that snap into a tuck. Want to reach for your shins on that snap, and then knees drive into the chest as we tuck. Perfect, everybody. Looking strong. Remember, we are in for the long haul, everyone. Just find a pace. Work with where you're at. We have our 5 man makers to follow. Whichever variation you're doing, take it as slow as you need. Knees are optional on those push-ups. Remember, there is a push-up between every single shoulder tap. And if you're not shoulder tapping, well, you're a lucky duck, because I love renegade rows. Awesome, looking good, guys. Perfect, keep going. Once you've done your 5, we are taking 30 seconds for rest. Nice, everybody. If you are not doing the tuck jump, that's totally fine. Just try and get those feet up off the ground. You can do a jump squat or just a body weight squat. That's perfectly fine. Very important to calibrate, find where you're at. So if you're taking your 30 seconds rest, our next movement is going to be 30 mountain climbers. Just breathe, grab some water if you need. The mountain climbers are total 15 aside. And if you want to spice it up a little bit, you can always do like a cross body, drive your knee to the opposite elbow, anything you like. When you're ready, you're hopping in. Once you've done your 30, we're flipping back onto our backs for the 15 V-snap, V-tuck combo. Just gonna check in on everyone, see how we're doing. Nice, everyone. And if you're having a hard time modifying, something just doesn't feel right, please just let me know. We can work through it. Shoot me a message in the chat and I'll try and address it as best I can. Reaching for those shins on our snap and then our knee tuck. Perfect, good. For some reason, my brain doesn't super compute the in-between on that. I keep doing tucks when I want to snap and snaps when I want to tuck. Coordination is very important. Awesome, guys, crushing it. Want to try and breathe, exhale as we snap up. Once you finish those, we're back into the man makers, just 5. Thankfully, these do not accumulate. Remember, if you are doing body weight, the whole push-ups, tuck jump business is a little too much. You will do what you would with a dumbbell. We are just going to mime without, which means that would be the push-up into the renegade row. Both sides, feet hop wide, squat and press. Crushing it, everybody. Great job. We have a lovely 45-second rest coming up here. Lots of cardio today. I'm happy to say that once we get through this entire challenge, that is all of our hard work. We have a bit of stretching left at the very end, but we just got to make it through this. Good job. 45 seconds once you're done those 5. Our next movement that we will be adding on is going to be the 40 or 20 per side of the quadruped shoot throughs. Remember, if you're not doing those, they don't feel comfortable for you, maybe there's a little bit of limitation in mobility, you are going to work through the baby bear taps, just still our quadruped position. Knees are off the ground. I'm just going to touch hand to opposite knee. And don't kick anything. If you do, when you do the lateral shoot throughs, make sure you have a nice wide amount of space. Nice, there we go, guys. It's at your own pace today. We're doing great, just breathe. I'm seeing a good amount opting for the baby bear taps, a personal favorite, so I'm fine with that. That's great. If we are doing our baby bear taps, we want to try and minimize excessive shifting through the hips. Keep your back nice and flat, like a table. And just gently tapping hand to opposite knee. Once you finish those, we're back to our mountain climbers for 30 reps. Nice work, guys. Just checking out how we're doing. Keep breathing. Lots of core in this one. Great job breathing through. So we've got 40 or 20 aside, quadruped baby bears, 30 on our mountain climbers, that's 15 aside. And then we're down to 15 V-snap, V-tuck. Nice, you guys are powering through those mountain climbers, good work. Looking strong, everybody, keep going. We just want to find a sustainable pace. Once we finish the set that we're on, we're taking a full minute break before we hop into our very final one. Remember, modify our V-snaps and V-tucks if you need, meaning that you can just elect to do one of them. You're finding that doing both is a little bit too intense for you. Awesome, there we go, guys, great job. Want to try and exhale as we snap. Alternatively, there are those V-sits, which will be a little bit less intense than a full snap. And then we've got our final full body weight man makers, just for 5. I know they're kind of burpee-esque, which it's not always a win, but great for conditioning. I appreciate that it's a little bit more different and unique than a normal burpee, so keep at it. Perfect, looking strong. Once you get through those 5s, full 60 seconds. Make sure you have the peak at that clock. The movement that we're going to be adding on for our very final set is going to be that 60-second air squat. Down in that iso hold. Good work, guys. See some of us coming into our 60 seconds rest. Just breathe. Try and get that heart rate to come down a little. Keep coming up here to check on you guys, make sure nobody's actually dying. Good work at your own pace. Nice job, everybody. If you want to make your air squat a little bit more challenging, which I don't really know how many of you are feeling more challenging right now, but the modification there would be to hold a dumbbell or sandbag, med ball, anything that you might have in a goblet position down at the bottom of the squat. Conversely, if you don't have any of those pieces of equipment, you can add a little pulse down at the bottom. Little ballistic movement out of the air squat. We're going to be holding that for a full minute. Like I said, we have lots of time, guys. Good work, just breathing. I imagine a good chunk of us are on our rest right now. We're coming up to our rest. It's very tough to tell when y'all don't have your cameras on. Good job, just hanging tight. Remember, key points of our air squat are going to be feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, especially if you're a lady. Gentlemen, you can have a little bit more of a narrow stance. Aside from that, want those knees driving out in line with the toes, keeping that glute activation. We want to stay nice and tall, chest up, not hinging forward. We're going to go through 60 seconds of that. Nice. Some of you are getting started on that squat. Remember, no extra weight or dumbbells available. You can add a little bit of a pulse if you want to keep that burn going. Just breathing through. If you need to come out at any point in time, that's totally fine, but I do want a full accumulation of 60 seconds. Once you get through that, we're going to be right back into our 40 or 20 per side of the baby bear tap. Nice, everybody. Conversely, remember, if you're keeping that challenge up and you're doing those lateral shoot throughs, key points there are going to be making sure that you're letting that butt drop as you kick your leg up and out. Should feel a lot of core. Try and keep the leg straight if possible. Good job, guys. Minimal shifting through the hips there if you're doing those baby bears. And then we're back into our 30 mountain climbers. If you want to spice those up, you can always go cross body, knee would drive to opposite elbow. I personally like those a little bit more. I enjoy getting the bit of a rotation in, pushing through the obliques. Crushing it, guys. Keep going. This is our last set, everybody. We're almost done. After your mountain climbers, we're back to V-snap, V-tuck. Very tough to breathe on those ones. Do your best. You guys are crushing it so far. There we go. Nice job. We're going to finish these guys out with our 5 bodyweight man makers, or if you got those dumbbells. Nice. Good form, everybody. Good. Try and exhale as you snap. Take a second when you need. I know those kind of upper abdominals are going to get very fatigued. Good job. Keep driving. We are going to finish it out. Last 5 reps on those man makers. We're almost there, guys. You're doing great. Good. Perfect. Remember, if you need to be on those knees for all those push-ups, that's totally fine. Good. Little tuck jump or jump squat. When you're finished, you want to shoot me a little "I'm done" in the chat, please, just so I can keep an eye on if we're needing a little bit more time or whatnot. Here we go. Nice, nice. We got some people finishing up. That's awesome. Good job, everybody. Last reps if you're just finishing up. Try and breathe. You're almost there. Good job, everybody. Just breathing through. You have time. We're in no rush. So we're gonna maybe we'll let our time run to 11 minutes even, remaining. Then we'll kind of see where we're at. Good job, guys. Just hanging out if you're done. Once we hit our 11 mark, if you're still finishing up, totally fine. Please go ahead. We are going to be moving into a bit of stretching and whatnot. So I'll start going over that if you're still finishing. Thanks, awesome. All right, guys, I'm gonna toss our stretches up on the screen share. We are bringing that intensity way down. So we have our static back stretch, which we're going to do for 3 minutes. We're going to do the saddle pose for 3 minutes, and then we're also going to do the couch stretch for 90 seconds per side. So on that one in particular, you will need to have like a wall accessible, literally a couch, a box, something like that. So make sure that you have that, and we will just give one more quick second for anyone who is still finishing. Are we hanging in there, guys? We're doing okay? Yes? All right. So I'm just gonna get our timer set up here. I will leave the screen on me this time around, so we don't really need the share up. And then we'll go from there. I know you guys get to watch my lovely face while I work. Okay, so we're gonna come down to the floor. So for our static back stretch, I was actually, you will need your couch as well. I was thinking we could do it without, but I don't want to. So you will need to elevate your feet up on something. I'm sure most of you have done this as well, and you can use a wall too, but it's the one where we're just gently placing our legs up like so. You can scoot your butt in a bit. We're just gonna rest. What this position does, so this is kind of our least intense version. If you want to get more intense, you are gonna walk those feet up the wall. You can scoot your butt in a little bit. But essentially, this helps to release the low back. You're putting your pelvis into a neutral position. You can get a little bit closer than I am. That's great. I am down here, I promise. We're gonna hang out for 3 minutes and just breathe. Kind of allows the spine to decompress a bit and rest. If anyone has had like an extremely tight low back, issues with hamstrings, anything like that, you've probably done this stretch before. We're just gonna hang out. I know my hamstrings have been very tight lately, not only with the extra sitting, but I was kindly able to borrow a bike. So all I've been doing at home is cycling, and it's hard on the hamstrings, that's for sure, especially when you're not used to doing it. And a lot of walking. One of my personal goals through this entire lockdown is to get out for a walk, probably like at least 5 days of the week. I'm thinking like Monday through Friday, out for a walk every day. I don't know about you guys, but I don't normally have the ability just with my current schedule to go out for a walk while the sun is up. And I find that I feel so much better when I am able to get out in a bit of the daylight. Just more energized, relaxed. We're only halfway through our time, everybody. We got a minute and a half. I hope you guys had a good session with Corey yesterday. Saw some of you guys were in there. He said that he was very sweaty, so I hope you guys were too. If anyone feels inclined to unmute themselves and talk to me, I'm totally open to that as well. For those of you who have been doing the nutrition portion of the Jacked Frost Challenge, I hope it's going well for you guys. As always, if you need a hand with anything or having a tough time trying to figure out your macros, if that's kind of the route that we went for nutrition coaching, just reach out. Totally. I am so willing to help you guys because I want you to be successful. I know we have a variety of kind of different goals that are happening out there. And it's exciting to me because each of you are very unique, which brings its own challenges. And I love that. So if you need a hand, let me know. We have about 30 seconds remaining before we're going to go into our, what was it called? Pose stretch? Saddle stretch. There we go. Is anyone else's like one leg longer than the other? Last 15 seconds, guys. We're also going to hold the saddle stretch for 3 minutes as well. I would say that that one is an extremely intense stretch. So take it easy and ease off if you need. We're going to come away from the wall or your box. Let me reorient my cluttered space here. So the saddle stretch is the one I'm sure most of you have done it. You can either keep your toes tucked under and lean back, or you can let your toes come out and be free. But essentially, we're just going to lean back this way and feel a nice stretch through the quad here. So if you want to grab a pillow or something like that for support back behind, if you don't feel comfortable just holding yourself up, please feel free to do so. You can also alternatively widen out the feet a little bit, which might put a little bit of strain on the knees, so be careful. But the lower you are to the ground, the easier it is to support yourself. So because we're going for so long, which I'm going to start the timer now, if you need to come in and out of this stretch at any point in time, please feel free to do so. Just going to check and make sure everyone's okay with this one. I know it's going to feel real intense. Okay. I did a good amount of quad work today, so it's nice to stretch them out. So we have 2 days left for our workouts to get your entry for the entire week. Remember, Sunday is not a required day. It is a bonus day. There is a bit of sweat in there, but it does have a mobility component as well, which I kind of like. So if you're feeling tight anywhere, maybe hopping into that one is a good idea. And you also get an extra entry for doing it, right? So not a bad call. Just hang out as best you can. If you need to come out at all, that's fine. We are halfway through our time. If this one is just not feeling good for you, there are a variety of other stretches that you could do. We are going to do another quad stretch later, so my modifications will not be for the quads, but rather I'm thinking for the glutes. So conversely, you could be here in figure 4, or you could be doing pigeon, any which of the sorts. It's kind of a nice alternative if you're really not liking or enjoying the saddle stretch. We have 60 seconds remaining on this guy, and then we're going to come into our couch stretch for our last minute and a half of our session. Try and keep the hips up too. If you let them sink, you're not going to feel as much of a stretch. So keep those glutes active in our saddle pose or saddle stretch. Should feel that you'll get a greater pull through the quads there. Last 30 seconds. Feel free to incorporate some breathing as well. Deep breaths can help the nervous system relax. Last 20 seconds, and then we're going to hop into couch stretch. Last 5. In 3, 2. Coming out of that one. For our couch stretch, you will need, like I said, wall, couch, box, whatever you have. If you want a pillow to place under your knee, just as a little bit of cushion or support, feel free to do that. Like I said, 90 seconds aside, our couch stretch is going to be the one where we have kind of a half kneeling position, and you're going to place your foot or knee up onto the couch or the wall. I hope that you can see me there. I got a lot of black going on, but my foot is tucked up against the wall, half kneeling. And to get a greater stretch, I'm going to lean backwards. So we're going to have 90 seconds aside there. Just going to check on you guys. Good, nice. The taller you stay, or the more lean back you have, the greater stretch you're going to feel. We have about 30 seconds remaining here. Sorry, this cushion is not enough cushion, and I am on hardwood. Super good times. There we go. Last 10 seconds. In 3, 2, and switching. Oops, 90 seconds is on the clock. There we go. Like I said, just breathing. Again, if this stretch isn't a good one for you, you want to do something different, please feel free. It's all good. We have about 45 seconds remaining on this one. Then you guys are done for the day. No, we really brought that pace down from our high intensity. It's nice to do a little bit of stretching every so often. Coming down to our last 15 seconds. Good job, just hanging out. Last 5. In 3, 2, and coming out. Awesome job today, you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on, everybody. I hope we had a good session. And you guys are with Corey tomorrow, so get ready to bring the sweat. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Thanks, Jess.
No problem. Thanks, Bryant. Thank you. We'll see you.